nothing really else to talk about on this game. This game really just wasn't close. I mean, yeah, you could say it was relatively close in the first half. I'm actually pleased with what Stetson Bennett did today. Tennessee's defense is not good at all. Missouri's defense is not good. How many good defenses that Georgia played? I would still consider Auburn to be a good defensive team. I know they gave up 100 points today, but still. Kentucky's a good defensive team. Again, they gave up a lot of points last week, but still. A lot of teams have outliers. Georgia does not yet, and I hope they do not, because when you are put into tougher situations against much better teams like Ohio State and Alabama, will Stetson Bennett cut it? We'll see. But he played fine again today. No turnovers, though. No turnovers for UGA. That's a plus. They won the turnover battle today 2-0. Last week, I think they were tied with Missouri 3-3, which is kind of surprising, but it is what it is. But hey, that's good enough for me. 41-17 win on the road against Tennessee. Hey, that's kind of what I was expecting. I mean, I said 42-14, I think. I did expect Tennessee to score two touchdowns in this game. They added a field goal to it, so it is what it is. Georgia's defense played pretty good for the most part. Again, a team that gets around 560, close to 600, or not really close to 600, but around 550, 560 yards per game offensively on total offense. Holding them to 387, that's pretty good. And for the most part, your first teamers held them under 300 yards. And a decent rushing offensive team, 55 yards rushing, that's really, really good. 36 attempts. I know all those sacks were in there. And Georgia was able to get to the QB a lot today. Really, Georgia could have had 10 sacks in this game. But shout out to Hendon Hooker and even Joe Milton. They were able to escape some of these dire situations. But, yeah, Georgia wins here big, 41-17. Next week, Charleston Southern finished the year against Georgia Tech. That's a road game, right? I think that is a road game. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it is. It doesn't really matter. Georgia Tech is now 3-7. Georgia Tech has lost the last 3 games, I believe. Actually 4. And their defense has been terrible for the most part all year. Their offense has been up and down. They don't really know who their QB is, it seems. I don't know what happened to Sims. Man, Georgia Tech is bad. The injuries today. Oh, that was so disappointing to see. Nolan Smith went out. Wyatt went out. Who else am I missing? But those two are very important players that we need on the defensive line. Jalen Carter was out, I think, with an illness, though. So I don't know if, that's that bad. But still, the injury bug was killing UGA, and it always seems to happen in Knoxville. People say it's the field, it's the turf, or maybe it's just bad luck. I don't know, but Georgia was hit with some injuries in the fourth quarter, especially, which is you never want to see that. It's always so disappointing with injuries, especially with a team that is already killed with injuries. I mean, my goodness. Wyatt got hurt quite a bit. I think he was okay at the end. I don't know what happened, but I saw Nolan Smith went to the locker room, so that kind of worried me. We need Nolan Smith, especially without Adam Anderson. Speaking of Adam Anderson, Robert Beal stepped up today, number 33 for UGA. He's not going to start. I think he's considered second string, but he had a sack in this game. And he played solid for the most part. So shout out to that. But, yeah, the injury bug was annoying today. And Georgia needs to stay healthy. Man, just talk about the injuries, especially at wide receiver. No Arian Smith now. Who else? Dominic Blaylock's not expected to play this year now. That will be 2 years of no football. Some people think he might be back for the SEC title game, but I absolutely doubt it. Still no George Pickens. I mean, my goodness, that wide receiver, man. But shout out to all the freshmen that have stepped up so far at wide receiver. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Georgia in the second half had 180 yards rushing. So, yeah, it was something close to that. Georgia was able to run the ball today. A lot of that was due to Tennessee's lack of depth and lack of talent, if we're being real. But still, Georgia's offensive line, top 10 in the country. I don't even know if that's a debate. They've been playing really, really well for the most part. They've only given up 6 sacks this year. And if we're being real here, those 4 sacks that Stetson Bennett has taken this year, at least 3 of them were his fault. No, actually, I think Georgia gave up 7 sacks, but it is what it is. Do you fear SB coming back next year and ruining future QB? I mean, he's coming back regardless. I don't know what else to say with Stetson Bennett. He played fine today, but man, at some point in time, you got to question what's going on with QB because every year Kirby Smart has been here, even including 2016, there's always been an issue with quarterback. 2016, Grayson Lambert was sent out to start against North Carolina. He was clearly not better than Jacob Eason, right? Then 2017, Jake Fromm comes in for the injured Jacob Eason. I get it, right? Jacob Eason was expected to be back midseason, a week before Florida, I believe. Jacob Eason clearly better than Jake Fromm, right? We still see Jake Fromm. Okay, I get it. A lot of these games the defense has won, especially in 2019. The defense, offensive line, and running backs won Georgia a lot of those games, if not all of them. You got to give Jake Fromm some credit in that year, too, in 2017. Hopefully I didn't say 2019, though. I don't know. I thought I said 2017. But anyway, then 2018, Justin Fields. 2019, there wasn't any QB controversy because there wasn't any other quarterback to be. And then last year, JT Daniels. Some say that he was ready before the Florida game. Some say he was even ready week 3. I don't know what there is to say with that, but still, I don't really know what's going to happen with the QB. I expect 2 of them to transfer this year because you got Gunner coming in, Gunner Stockton, 4-star recruit, high 4-star, 6'1". I think he's like 200-something pounds. He's a dual threat. Quarterback out of I think he's out of Georgia. But I do expect Carson Beck to be fully transferred. But I'm not going to get into that.